The lights dim, the room grows silent, and every eye is fixed on the stage. I walk out slowly, not in haste, but with the measured steps of someone who knows exactly why he is here. I stop at the center, look at you, one by one, as if to reach each soul, and then I begin. You came here tonight because some part of you is tired of drifting. You are tired of giving away your power, of watching others shape your life while you wait for permission to act. You have felt the sting of being overlooked, underestimated, perhaps even betrayed. And somewhere inside you a question has begun to burn. How can I live with more control, more clarity, more respect? That question is why you are here, and that question is why I am here. I will not soothe you with pretty words. I will not tell you to be gentle so the world will love you. The world is not gentle. The world bends only for those who know how to move it. And tonight I am going to give you 5 simple rules. Not theories, not dreams, but rules you can apply that will make you stronger, sharper, more commanding in every room you enter. These rules are old, older than the empires whose ruins still cast shadows at dusk. They are not for the timid, but if you take them into your heart, you will no longer live as a pawn. You will live as a player. Rule 1 begins here, in your mind. Before you act, you must know yourself as clearly as a hunter knows the terrain. Most people stumble through life reacting, apologizing, explaining. They move because others push them. You will not do that. From this night forward you will pause. You will study. You will think 3 moves ahead. You will become a student of cause and effect, watching how every gesture you make changes the atmosphere around you. This is not paranoia. This is precision. When you speak, you will already know the consequence of your words. When you choose, you will already have imagined the outcome. That is the beginning of freedom. Rule 2 is control of appearances. In a noisy, restless world, perception is power. People rarely see what is, they see what you show them. That is why the weak appear strong and the strong appear gentle when it suits them. From this moment, you must decide how you wish to be seen. Do you want to be underestimated, so you can strike at the right moment? Or do you want to command immediate respect? Either way, you will craft the image consciously. You will dress, speak, and act as an architect designs a fortress. You will hide what must be hidden and reveal what must be revealed. Every smile, every pause, every silence will become a tool. Rule 3 is the discipline of alliances. Alone, even the fiercest falcon can be trapped. Together with the right allies, even the weakest can topple giants. But most people form alliances by accident or out of loneliness. You will do it by design. You will identify those who hold real influence, not just titles or loud voices, but true influence, and you will learn what they value. You will give before you ask. You will listen before you speak. And slowly, you will weave a network of mutual obligation. These ties will be invisible to outsiders, but they will support you when storms come, and storms will come. Rule 4 is to master your emotions. Power is not only in the mind or in the crowd, it is also in your chest, in the heartbeat that quickens when you are challenged. If you cannot govern that heartbeat, you will betray yourself. You must learn to look calm when you are furious, to appear unshaken when you are unsure. This is not about suppression, it is about timing. When to express, when to withhold. The person who explodes loses leverage, the person who waits gains it. Practice this in small ways every day, with a coworker, with a stranger, until your composure becomes unbreakable. Then, when the moment comes, you will be able to act, not react. Rule 5 is the art of decisive action. All the foresight, all the planning, all the alliances and self-control mean nothing if you cannot move when the time is right. Opportunity does not knock politely. It appears, flashes like lightning and is gone. Those who hesitate lose. Those who act even imperfectly seize the initiative. From this night, you will train yourself to recognize the moment and strike. Not recklessly, but decisively. When others are paralyzed by doubt, you will move. And the world moves for those who move first. These are the 5 simple rules. Simple, yes, but not easy. They demand that you think before you act, shape your image, cultivate alliances, master your emotions, and strike decisively. They demand that you live awake. But I promise you this, if you practice them, people will notice. They will feel the change in you. Some will resist it, some will envy it, but many will respect it. They will sense a presence that cannot be ignored, a current of strength that draws them in. Tonight is not about applause. It is about transformation. As you leave here, you will walk back into the same world you left this morning. The same streets, the same faces, the same tests. But you will not be the same. You will begin to apply these rules. You will test them. You will refine them. And as you do, your life will shift. First quietly, then dramatically. You will see doors open, voices soften, opportunities appear. Not by chance, by design. By you. Look around you. Everyone here is capable. Everyone here has felt powerless. Everyone here can choose right now to live differently. 5 rules, 1 life. Begin. Take a deep breath with me now. Feel the weight of your lungs filling, the sound of hundreds of people breathing at once. That sound, that rhythm, is the proof that we are alive right here, right now. And if we are alive, we can change. But change does not happen because we hope. It happens because we train. Tonight, we are not whispering about self-help. We are training for power. You have heard the 5 rules, but hearing is not enough. The first temptation of the crowd is to nod, applaud, and then go home unchanged. That will not be you. You will rehearse. You will apply. You will live differently even in the smallest, most ordinary moments. Because the small moments are where power is forged. It is easy to think like a strategist when the stakes are high. The masters think like strategists when no one is watching. Let me paint you a picture. Tomorrow morning, you wake up. Before you even check your phone, before you even rise, you ask yourself, what is my terrain today? You scan your day like a general scanning the battlefield. Where are the obstacles? Where are the openings? Who are the players? What is my desired outcome? This is rule 1 in action, not paranoia, precision. If you practice this scanning every day, it becomes a habit. The habit becomes instinct. And when instinct aligns with strategy, you become dangerous in the best way: calm, aware, prepared. Then you dress, you speak, you move. People think clothes are fabric, they are signals. People think words are sound, they are weapons. Every gesture tells a story. This is rule 2 in action. You are shaping perception before a single sentence leaves your mouth. When you walk into a room, you do not wait for permission to be seen. You decide how you will be seen, and slowly, as you practice, you discover something. Control of appearances is not about lying. It is about amplifying the truth you want the world to notice. Now the 3rd rule, the discipline of alliances. Many of you are afraid of this one because you have been burned. You trusted and you were betrayed. You gave and they took. But listen carefully. Isolation is no protection. It only makes you easier to defeat. The answer is not to hide. The answer is to choose alliances with eyes open. You map people the way you map terrain. Who is ambitious? Who is loyal? Who is insecure? Who is influential? You give small gestures to test character. You watch how they respond under pressure. This is slow work, but over months and years it builds an invisible fortress around you. 1 call, 1 favor, 1 introduction at a time. Then rule 4, the mastery of your emotions. This is where most fall. You are in a meeting, you feel disrespected, your heart races, your voice rises. In that instant, you lose leverage. The other person controls the board. But imagine a different you. The insult lands, your pulse stays steady, you smile, you respond with calm precision. They cannot read you. They cannot manipulate what they cannot read. This is not suppression. It is timing. You choose when to reveal the fire, and when you do, it strikes like lightning, not like a candle burning out. Finally, rule 5, decisive action. You have scanned the terrain, shaped the perception, built the alliances, mastered your emotions. Now the window opens. Opportunity does not send an invitation. It appears suddenly, like prey breaking cover. The ordinary hesitate, you move. Even if you are not certain of every detail, You move because you have prepared. Action clarifies what thought alone cannot. Action signals power. Action shifts the board. And every time you act decisively, you train the world to take you seriously. Some of you are thinking, this sounds hard. It is. But hard is good. Hard means rare. Rare means valuable. If everyone could do it, no one would respect it. Power is not an accident. It is a craft. And tonight you begin your apprenticeship. I want you to feel the weight of these rules in your body now. Close your eyes if you dare. Picture yourself 3 months from now, practicing every day. You pause before you speak. You walk into rooms with presence. You choose allies with care. You remain calm under pressure. You strike when the moment comes. Picture the faces of those around you as they notice the change. Some will be unsettled. Some will be drawn to you. But all will feel it. And understand this is not about cruelty. This is about clarity. These rules do not make you less human. They make you more deliberate. They make you someone who shapes their fate instead of being shaped by it. They make you someone who can protect what matters, guide those who depend on you, and withstand the storms that break the unprepared. Open your eyes. Look at me. This is the moment where speeches end for most people. But for you, it is where the work begins. The 5 rules are no longer ideas. They are your practice. You will leave here tonight and begin the training. Every day, small steps. And as you train, you will discover a quiet strength rising in you, a strength that does not shout but cannot be ignored. Remember this night. Remember this room. Remember the sound of hundreds of breaths as you made a decision. Because one day you will walk onto a different stage. Maybe a boardroom, maybe a negotiation, maybe a private confrontation. And you will act with the calm authority you decided to build tonight. And in that moment, you will not thank luck. You will thank discipline. This is how power begins. This is how you begin. I watch your faces as I speak. Some of you are leaning forward now, eyes fixed, almost holding your breath. That is good. That is the feeling of awakening. Others shift, glance around, uncomfortable. That too is good. Discomfort is the first sign of growth. When you feel it, do not run from it. Let it burn away the softness that has kept you small. Do you know why most people fail to change? Not because they don't know what to do. Not because they lack talent. They fail because they do not practice. They treat power like a moment instead of a discipline. But you will not do that. From tonight, the rules become your rehearsal. When you wake, when you walk, when you talk, you rehearse. Rehearsal becomes habit. Habit becomes nature. Nature becomes destiny. Let me show you what that looks like. Tomorrow you sit at a table with people who normally drown you out. This time you do not rush to speak. You listen first. You map the terrain. Rule 1. You decide in your mind what outcome you want. You hold your body still, your voice calm, your eyes steady. You wait for the right moment. And then one sentence, precise, deliberate, cuts through the noise. Suddenly the table turns to you. That is Rule 5 waiting behind Rule 1. That is what happens when you train. Another picture. You walk into a room where someone usually belittles you. This time you are dressed with intention. You stand with poise. You do not react to their jabs. You do not show the tremor of anger. You answer only what you choose to answer. You leave pauses where before you would fill them. You smile when they expect you to flinch. Watch their eyes as their power slips. That is Rule 2 joined with Rule 4. That is the quiet victory you earn with practice. And now consider alliances. People think power is loud. Often it is silent. It is the handshake given a month before the crisis. It is the small favor done without a request. It is the listening ear that remembers details. When you do this, you are weaving threads. Threads invisible to the crowd, but strong enough to hold a bridge. One day you will step into a storm and find that bridge under your feet. That is Rule 3 living inside you. You may ask, how long before I feel the change? Not overnight. You are undoing years of reflex, but each day you practice, something shifts. First in your posture, then in your words, then in the way people respond to you. They cannot explain it, But they sense it, they test you less, they listen more. Doors open, invitations arrive. This is not luck, this is design. This is the quiet force of someone who knows where they are going. Understand, too, that these rules do not end at the edge of your ambition. They protect your family. They elevate your friends. They make you someone others can rely on because you are no longer tossed by every wind. When you master yourself, you can lead, guide, shield. You become an anchor in a restless sea, and yet you must remain awake. The moment you think you have mastered the rules is the moment you begin to lose them. Pride breeds blindness. Blindness breeds error. Keep scanning, keep refining, keep practicing. This is a living craft, not a frozen formula. So as you leave here tonight, do not tell yourself a story about a speech you heard. Make a promise to yourself about a discipline you began. A discipline of strategy, of appearance, of alliances, of composure, of decisive action. Write it down if you must. Whisper it to yourself if you must. But make it real. Look around this room one more time. These faces will fade. The chairs will empty. The lights will dim. But what you carry out of here will be yours alone. 5 rules, 1 decision. A new way of walking into the world. This is how change begins. This is how power grows. This is how you rise. The hall is quiet now, almost as if we're holding a collective breath. That silence is the soil where new decisions take root. While we stand here, everything outside continues. Phones ring, deals are made, people sleep. But inside this room, a seed is being planted, a seed of deliberate life. Listen carefully. The rules you've heard are not magic spells. They are disciplines. They grow with repetition. Think of a blade of steel. At first it is a lump of iron, dull and soft. It must be heated, hammered, cooled, sharpened over and over until it becomes a weapon. That is you. That is your mind, your habits, your presence. Heat, hammer, cool, sharpen. Over and over until you no longer even recognize the softer version of yourself. When you practice Rule 1, awareness of the terrain, you begin to notice patterns others miss. The way a colleague glances at their phone before bad news, the pause before someone agrees, the small tremor of insecurity behind a loud voice. You start to see not just what people do, but why they do it. This is intelligence. Intelligence is power. Power begins with noticing. When you practice Rule 2, the control of appearances, you realize that you can change the temperature of a room without a word. A slower walk, a measured tone, a different choice of clothing, an unexpected silence. These things shift perception. Perception shifts behavior. Behavior shifts outcomes. This is not deception, it is orchestration. You are the conductor of the signals you send. Rule 3. Alliances deepens with time. As you practice it, you will feel your circle become more intentional. Some people will drift away, uncomfortable with the new you. Others will draw closer, sensing strength. Do not fear this. It is the natural pruning of a tree to bear better fruit. Choose those whose character and influence align with your aims. Give before you ask. Listen more than you speak. Plant seeds of loyalty and gratitude that will grow long after the moment has passed. Rule 4. Mastery of your emotions will test you. You will slip. You will feel the old reflex to lash out, to defend, to explain. But each time you catch yourself and breathe instead, you are forging steel. Composure is not born, it is built in the small moments. In traffic, in queues, in arguments over nothing. Build it there so that in the critical moments you are unshakable. Rule 5. Decisive action becomes your crown. All the foresight, all the perception, all the alliances, all the composure prepare you for a single moment, to act when others hesitate. Each time you move first, even imperfectly, you strengthen the muscle of decision. People begin to look to you. Opportunities find you because you are ready to receive them. And as you practice these 5 rules, something else happens. Your voice changes. Not just its sound, but its weight. You no longer rush to fill silence. You no longer shrink when challenged. You no longer apologize for existing. Your presence grows until you can walk into a room without speaking and still be felt. This is the quiet, invisible dividend of discipline. Some of you will be tempted to use these rules only for gain, a promotion, a deal, an advantage. That's fine, they will work. But the deeper power is what happens inside you. You stop living by accident. You stop reacting. You stop waiting for someone else to lead you. You become the author of your own movements. And once you are the author, no one can take that pen from you. Picture it. 6 months from now, you wake, you scan your day, you shape your appearance, you tend your alliances, you master your emotions, you act decisively. At first it feels like effort, then it feels like ritual, then it feels like identity. One day you catch your reflection and realize you have become the person you once admired from afar. This is the path. This is the work. This is the power.